Hmm. Hi, Gemma. Ooh, I got a Gemma, dude. Make sure you type one in the chat for the algorithm. Yeah, well, typing one in the chat also helps me make sure all my various programs are connected. Yeah, Gemma's. Big stressful day here at the Broman house. I hate to keep giving you guys bad news. Amy has another one of Amy's friends has had their mother uh had a sudden incident and whole lot of problems in general with how it's been handled. But the bottom line is, what's up, Mad Sapper? Yeah, go hit up YouTube, like the stream. Um, hey, thank you, JC. All right, JMC. But yeah, basically, Amy's now lost a third person in her life that is super. Another super important person for her, which makes three people in 2 months. It's very, very tiring, I can tell. So I got a little bit of a later start today. Gemma, all done. Gemma, all done. I can't hang out with you, unfortunately. Yeah, just go lay down, sweetie. Gemster, what do you need? I can't. You gotta go lay down. Go lay down or something, okay? Yeah, go lay down. No, I can't. Do you need water? Do you want water? This is what I'm dealing with right now. Do you want water? Yeah, do you want to lay on your go ahead, you can lay on your what okay. Yeah. Gemma just wants snuggles, I think. Okay. Gemma, what are we doing? Mm-hmm. Tell me more. She's like, you're stressed. Here's a hug. I think she is stressed. Our neighbors are moving across the street, so that's tough. Yeah, she needs some love. Amy's going to get lunch with her mom. Um okay. You are not you are not the appropriate size for this. Yeah, I can't. There's nothing I can do here. Yeah, time to get off. Time to get off. Time to go lay down. Lay down. Good job, chat. That was perfect. Uh-oh. So yeah, I guess she just wanted to give me some lovies. But yeah, so now that that is done, good lay down. Thank you for letting me pet that dog anytime. Sorry, little frustrated. Today's taken a lot longer to get everything going. I have a meeting at 3, which is in 2.5 hours, so I'll be there and then I'll be back. We'll be playing some Battlefield tonight. But yeah, I'm just really feeling trying to be there for Amy this morning. You know, this is another woman in her life who is very important to her that died unexpectedly. Oh dear. If I have to hear somebody brag about passing a cognitive decline test one more time, did you happen to watch F1 race? Most of it, yes. What's up, Angered Cat? Did you enjoy it? Yeah, sorrow upon sorrow, you know. All right. Okay. I can't I guess I'm out of it too, chat. I guess I'm a little out of it too. You and Amy handle this and everything else with grace. Allow yourself that peace of mind. Yeah. Yes. Thank you. How come that did not show up? That's why. It wasn't scrolling to the bottom. Thank you, Zombified Chris. Yeah. So it's been like heartbreaking times. To give you an idea of what we've been dealing with. Since my car got stolen, Which, by the way, we're coming up on 2 months of me not having my car after it got stolen, despite us recovering it. Since my car got stolen, Amy has lost 3 very important people to herself, right? It's just, it's hard. It's difficult times. We keep going, though. Keep showing up for each other. And, you know, like today it makes me, you know, I'm grateful that I can take a little bit of extra time. Oh. Oh, Sunshine's not running. Hey, Kupenstein, thanks for the follow over there on Kick. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate any of you, you know, changing up the patterns and habits and checking out the stream over there. Means a bunch. All right, there we go. We're all set. I had a whole list of things I wanted to get done this morning, and we got none of it done. But Dems to breaks. Yeah, you can just take a big relax, Miss Gems. Yeah, just take a big relax. All right, we got the mini roller coaster or the planetarium. Let's keep going on the roller coaster, I suppose. So yeah, you know, I hope whatever you're going through, chat, you just got to keep your head up. You gotta keep going. You do. You just gotta keep going. Keep going and keep staying curious about what could happen, right? I think the thing that ultimately gets you when it comes to the world of this is my experience in the world of depression. The thing that gets you is when once you think you know everything. You know what I mean? Once you are convinced that you know the outcome, you know, that's when we start to give up. We start believing that we know the outcome, you know? But you don't. You don't know the outcome. Oh, what's going on, Sheila? I just remembered what an amazing thought was. Oh, what that amazing. Okay, so she's telling us about what she's learned operating these vehicles. Isn't it weird how some people have perfect names for their jobs? Like a famous detective named Penelope Proof. And your name is Sheila later. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. But get this, she used to be a baker. She rose through the ranks. I'm not laughing, Sheila. I'm not laughing. I'm quietly judging you. Fuck you, Sheila. Yeah, dude. What's Sheila know? I'm so excited about Battlefield tomorrow, chat. If that BR is good, if that BR is good, chat, it's going to be Renaissance time. Do you have a pressure washer IRL? If not, you should get one. All kinds of toys I want to buy once we can, you know? Yeah. Right now, the priority is trying to buy a house, so no money for anything else. Heart that goal. Yeah, I like it too. I like it too. That's the fun part about this job is you never you never really know what your next paycheck's going to look like. You know, you do the best you can, but at the end of the day. So, always fun and complex. True. Yeah. Go guys don't pay the bills, but the mental gratification would set me up pretty swell. Oh yeah, I mean, it's been a challenge, but yeah, like yeah. Yeah. Oh, coupon sign. It's not a kick in the dick at all, man. You know, I used to not post. I stopped posting motivational stuff because I was like, well, you're having a bad day, so you shouldn't post that. That's what I would say to myself. You have to be, I was like, you have to be perfect. What are you doing? You're not perfect yet. You can't post things to help other people improve their lives. You can't do that. No, sorry. I'm just thinking about a bunch of other shit. This is definitely, I'd say this year in particular for content creation has arguably been the most difficult year. I think it's been the most difficult year of my career for sure. With the move and everything else that's happened, yeah, this has been tough. It's tough. But I'm happy that we survived it. I'm happy that this is still what I get to do every day when I wake up. Like, I'm never going to feel differently about that. Ugh. Spraying these rocks down. What I've learned is, yeah, you just got to keep showing up, man. You got to keep showing up the best you can, as much as you can. Whenever you can. Oh, but now you can throw it in a blender and have an Alani smoothie or something. Right? Maybe. 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 Washing and sloshing. They pull all of the Alani Witch's Brew. I feel like that was like a limited time, right? That's their candy apple flavor. You blew it! Raging Cajun Caw with the 80 months of subbing. Hell yeah. Washing and sloshing, man. That's me. How do you get the circular attachment? If you go to the store, you have to scroll up to the top, and that's where the Swirl Force guy is. But they definitely make it affordable. It's like the first thing that you can pick up. Or one of the first things you can pick up. Nice. I took a break from Ghosts of Yote to play this, and zero regrets. Zero regrets. Anyone check out Welcome to Derry? Oh, not yet. Not yet, but that's supposed to be really good. Halloween is this week. What's everybody's costume? Sexy Nurse, can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with the classic. A guy who does photography on the weekends, pretty niche, very niche. You're never going to make a career out of that. Very niche. My parents, when I, anything. It is here. It is here. Pennywise is here. Somewhere. He's in game. Maybe we're Pennywise. Who knows? Honestly, like an eldritch terror being coming out of my PC to attack me live on stream wouldn't surprise me given the year that we've had. I got jokes, so many jokes that I can't tell. Did we get a discount on our rent? They tried to hike our rent on us, actually. And Amy told them to go fuck themselves. And so no rent hike, which I think is good. Yeah, but they tried. We found out that the people who own our homes it's technically a startup. Yeah, we didn't know that when we started renting this place, but yeah. "23-year-old tech bro using AI to increase your rent?" Probably. Hi. If I wasn't lazy, I'd write a patent that covers sending promotional advertisements in AI code that uses a model to build against you to convince to buy more of the product on your device. Huh? I don't understand what I just read. But that's why you're gonna make millions. Gemma, I can't come upstairs. You have to take care of yourself. I know Amy's gone and you're sad. It also could just be, you know, the dyslexia. As it oftentimes is with me. You think at some point in the future, promo emails are just going to be... Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. It's possible. Gemster, it has not even been an hour yet. Are you about to like shit your pants? Is that what's going on here? Since you hate your dad, you should buy a Toyota. That'd be a funny ad, dude. Toyota had the best ads. This is where gaming has gone. I remember when you used to get the dub in Iron Banner and Destiny 1. This is where gaming is gone, you know what I mean? That's where gaming is at, dude. Gaming is more than one game for your entire life. It's better that way, I'd argue. You know what I mean? It's better that way. Toyota had the best ads. The best ads. Why are you not using the best washer? What's that? A toothbrush?
You blew it!
Thank you for the sub 1980 sacks. Gemma. No. Are you good? Do you really need to go to the bathroom? The Urban X stream? Nah, I don't like that one. I'm using the professional grade Prime Vista 3000. That's what I'm using. Well, that's the thing is I'm not even entirely convinced that she needs to use the restroom. She just went out. I think she's just sad that Amy's not here and sad that I'm on a chair and not a couch. And since I'm on a chair and not a couch, yeah, I'm talking about you. She can't sit on my lap. So she feels lonely and dejected. And I can relate. Okay, Gemma, let's go potty. Yes, let's go upstairs. Do you need potty? You gonna show me? Everybody's going to listen in on our adventure. Okay. Shit, I fell up my stairs. That's no good. It's okay. That's why we have to pay extra money every month for you. Yeah, you can lay down and take a sleepies if that's what you want. Okay.
Don't have time for your shit. On. On. It's still cold and wet outside. Okay. All right.
All right. So she wanted absolutely nothing up there that she indicated. So that was great. What's really happening is that she's reminding you that you're her bitch. Gemma gets to take advantage of the fact that every single interaction that I have with her is on camera. And so there's a limit to how much I can ignore her stubbornness before assholes on the internet would look at me as if I am the person who doesn't care for my own animals. So, yeah, she's taking advantage of the situation. That's for sure. Otherwise, I would just do what Amy does, which is ice her out until she gets compliant. And then she gets what she wants. Those assholes can shove their heads up their asses. Still not a risk I can take. Still not a risk I can take. Grown man, by the way. Yes. Yes, I am a grown man. I'm almost 40. It's nice to meet you. I've been making content online for about a decade and a half. Hope you're doing well. Age will come for you as well, my friend. And when it arrives, I hope you realize that it's not what you'd expect. Those are my favorite comments on TikTok right now. Pushing 30, by the way. 30-year-old, by the way. And? Legitimately, chat. Like, when it comes to doing whatever the fuck you want in life, there is no age limit on that. I'm always so disappointed. Stop dunking on old people. I prefer dunking on out of touch people, and those people are generally any age. I'll be honest, man, and this could just be me, or this could just be my. I mean, this is my personal philosophy, I guess. I don't think dunking on people's helpful. I think constantly memeing everything has degraded our ability to have authentic conversations around almost any subject. For example, if I was like, let's say, the owner of a massive IP, we'll say like an IP like Halo, and I saw unauthorized usage of not just the iconography of my brand being used by a government, but being used to promote things that might not align in totality with all of the employees at my company, I'd probably do something about it. Done the right way, it is. What, dunking on people? Like, it's just not something it's just not something I do. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to dictate how anyone else exists. I tried it. It never goes well for me. I always get turned into the bad guy. So I just don't. I don't do it. Yeah. Yeah, they did, Nacho. They posted an image of him dressed up in Master Chief's armor holding a sword. And then there was another post this morning of Master Chief on a Halo ring that says, "Stop the flood." Yeah. Some crazy town banana pants behaviors. I stopped following anything news related in the U.S. It's a clown show, man. It's a tragedy. It's satire. That's all you need to know. We have reality stars in charge of our government, and it's going about as well as you'd expect. Anything but feeding people, right? All right. Time lapse at the end. Oh, it's always so satisfying, right? Oh, nice. It does a time lapse at the end of each level. It does a time lapse. Yeah. Not great. Well, this place looks kind of fucked. Mildly fucked. Almost as if it's ready for a meal, a succulent Chinese meal. A succulent Chinese meal? All right. The kids were, as you can see, the kids were feral as you like. But was it chocolate that sent them over the edge? Oh, are we going to pontificate about bad behavior now? Was it the excitement of seeing the solar system like never before? I'm going to go with that one. I'll be honest, when I saw it, I ran around too, a lot. Ah, yes. Space is also my hyper-focus, fellow neurodivergent person. Succulent. A meal? A succulent child? What is the charge? You, sir, get your hand off my limp penis. Good Lord. What a crazy video. Classic. SB mowing. Oh, okay. There it is. It's not a bad room to whip out the Ushy Gushy machine. Yeah, we'll whip it out. Don't worry. We'll whip it out, chat. Hey, thank you for the likes. Yeah, make sure you hop on over to TikTok and leave a like. Fuck that guy, dude. Not that this helps, but I might be the only one without a TikTok. Nah, you're not. There's probably plenty of people here who don't have TikTok, which is why I'm trying to get you over there, okay? Oh, I only have one ladder, huh? Oh my god, it's fucking filthy. The big yellow one is the sun. The yellow one is the sun. Is this a traveler? It could be. Man, I miss it. I miss old Destiny 1 times, man. I tell you what. Some days I get a little nostalgic. Always in the fall. Always getting a little nostalgic in the fall. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, that's when it, you know, that's when it launched, blah, blah, blah. Super good, man. I don't know if there's ever going to be another time. I don't know if there's ever going to be a time on the internet for gaming, period, like that. At least for me, you know, that game was Destiny 1 at launch through its first 2 years was pretty much perfect gaming experience for me. Good old Dinklebot. How many times? How many times? How many times can we wake the hive up? You know what I mean? Raul decrypting. Dude, it was something special when Raul could give you gear that you couldn't use. I loved that. Legendary! Requires Titan shit! The universal remote. Oh my God. Stop it, chat. Stop it. Fellwinter's lie. Ugh. I'd be drawing 2015 gamer drawings on those walls if I played this. What do you mean? You'd be drawing some penises? Drawing a schlongus or two? Maybe a little of this, a little of that, no, a little of that, you know? I've done that, Zach. What's up, Fossa? You think somebody wired you a down payment to a house on accident? What line of work are you in? Let's all solve the puzzle together. You're retired? Oh. Well, that's a predicament. And you had $250,000 show up in your brokerage account. Jesus Christ. Did you like give some of your money to someone to like manage your funds for a little while or something, and then now they're paying you back? Either way, congrats. Is this a real problem? I know you're like, damn, I wish it were me, but let me tell you something. As someone who's had a phone call where a company tried to wire me a shit ton of money that was supposed to be for something else, it's scary. It's a scary experience. Who's trying to commit wire fraud? Somebody's trying to use, someone's trying to use Zach's bank account to commit wire fraud. No, we had a partner one year for GCX call me and ask for my fucking banking information. And I was like, what is this for? They were like, oh, it's for this. And I was like, I am not the person you're supposed to be speaking to. I don't know why you got... I don't know who gave you my number. We've never spoken before, but this is not the right, like, I don't have access to the information for that. It was very weird. Yeah, but like Nacho, what are you going to do when they come, when the person who owns that money comes for the money? You know, what are you going to do about it? Tell them to eat my ass? And when the lawyer shows up? I guess it's a bank transfer error. I don't know what the laws are on that. Finders keepers. Hey, if it works like that, then all right, more power to you. Yeah, W. Banks need to take more L's anyways. No argument from me. By the way, feel free to enjoy the exhibits and have a nosy at the info as you wash. Okay. I don't know what a nosy is, but I'll do it. Is she telling me to do some cocaine? Is she telling me is she telling me that I need to ride the dragon in here? Is that? Hit a bump, dude. Just bump, bump, bump it up. That's why we have no viewers on TikTok, chat. I wish I knew what you had to do to be successful on TikTok Live, because it's just, it is everybody or nobody over there. Like, it's really nuts. Need to play Cosmos in the background? We should, dude. I heard that in order to make an apple pie, first I must create the universe. Is that true? Is that true, chat? Is that true? Put a toilet seat on my head. Oh, boy. Get a hot AI bot for your overlay. Man, I'm drowning in it today, bro. I'm drowning in it. Fuck, man. So is it today? I'm apparently drowning in nostalgia, chat. I don't know what it's about. I'm wishing for simpler times, I suppose. All these conversations around, like, what Twitch was like in the beginning that I've been seeing online, they're really making me miss everything, really. I saw a really interesting comment someone made towards Ko when he was talking about it, and the guy was like, shut up, this is what you signed up for. And his response was so perfect, and I don't know why I hadn't considered it, but like, no, actually it's not. Like, actually it isn't. Like, if you got started when they didn't even allow, I mean, I was on this platform for 4 years before the first IRL stream ever fucking happened on it. Like, what Twitch is now is certainly not what I signed up for. I thought that was it was just very, very profound insight. There were pretty strict rules about, like, what counted as a gameplay stream, what topics were allowed. I felt like it was great. It was very well moderated, and we still managed to have good conversations on stream about all sorts of topics. It's not like we'd be taking away anybody's ability to do that shit. Business contracts, man. That era of streaming, I feel like I didn't play that one right. I should have gone to Mixer, dude. Should have gone to Mixer. Should have gotten the bag, bro. Should have gone to Mixer and gotten the bag. I thought people will respect me for not chasing the bag. That's not true at all. People respect for your content, not your morals. That's true. That is true. That is a lesson I learned far too late. I can only offer you some discontent. Nah, man, that was a fun era of streaming. But yeah, that's everyone always asks me, do you have any regrets? That's my biggest regret. My biggest regret was not taking the Mixer deal when I had it in front of me. But I wasn't thinking about just myself. I was thinking about other people. And yeah, trying to build long-term relationships with some other, companies and organizations at the time. And none of them are the same or give a shit about it. So yeah, I learned that people will lie to your fucking face about what. Or they will just change their mind right in the middle of a multi-year process. And then act like you're the fucking problem because you were operating under, the assumption that, I don't know, everything that you both agreed upon, both entities agreed upon, fucking would continue. Is that real? It didn't read. Zach in the box with a $124 tip. Is that fucking real? Zach's out here slowly. He's like, we'll launder the money like this. That's $142. That's I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say anymore. Oh, fuck Mixer is the comment. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'll take the rest of the $250,000. I'll hold it for you. I came in here once before, if you can remember. I don't know if you do. Because it was once. Wait, Zach. Are you talking about... You talking about earlier this year? When you just dropped a whole stack of cash on me? You fucking kind person. I do, in fact, recall that. If that's what we're referencing. Or that was someone else, but I don't think it was. W memory. W memory. All right, that feels generally like I got most of the stuff cleaned up top there. I feel content in my life that Broman remembers me. I remember people who are insanely generous. For sure. You want a Dan Clancy emote over on Kick? I also remember kindness, and that's why I'm here. Oh, you're nuts.
3, 2, 1, flex.
Oh, welcome,
_socialite gifted a tier 1 sub.
Saudi Oil Prince.
Oil Prince. They have given 448 gift subs in the channel.
Do we have a pool go? Actually, I'd have that discussion, chat. How long is Dan gonna make it? How long is Dan gonna make it before Papa Amazon gives him a call and says, "Bye, bud"? If he hasn't now, he won't. I don't know. I feel like child abandonment is an option. Wait, what? What are we referring to regarding Amazon? Well, the thing is, and I had somebody highlight this for me, is that like Dan is doing exactly, he's clearly hasn't been fired because he's doing exactly what Amazon wants him to do as a CEO. Like, whatever Dan's performance is exactly the performance that Amazon wants, or he'd be canned at this point, right? Which I think is astonishing. God, chat, Uranus is so dirty. How time flies. Look at that. You're retired. Oh, Jesus Christ. Me? Yeah, I'm retired as fuck, dude. Yeah, apparently the ceiling ring is blue. It's always nuts whenever we actually get to see, you know, like what's in these places. There's only one Dan. Yeah, I don't know, man. Twitch's entire handling of TwitchCon, post-TwitchCon, and then all of everything else that's happening this week. Like, just, you just torture your kid with endless schooling and make you rich. Sounds like everybody I went to school with. I'll tell you what's nuts. A lot of people I went to school with got into investment banking, and now that they're my age, they have all either quit or are trying to get out. Because they said it was like the most miserable they've ever been in their lives. Despite making ungodly fucking amounts of money. Any of them have heart attacks? That shit's stressful. I don't know. You know what I do know? They could afford to have one. Smile. I feel like streamers that get asked, are you going to TwitchCon, and viewers are surprised why people are saying no. I have said no for 10 years straight. I have never attended TwitchCon. Ever. Not a single time. Make my own money, but sometimes spending... Oh, yeah, spending someone else's money is fun. It's fun. I got early exposure to that as a young adult, as I discovered that my parents loved letting one sibling in particular spend all of their money. And then if any of the rest of us wanted to ask for help, well, we were just ungrateful pieces of shit, and enough had been done for us. No, that goes. Last relationship 2 years ago. Spent $30,000 in a single day once with no warning or heads up. Jesus Christ. What's not to mention here? I mean, I'm inclined to agree that there's I mean, I've experienced some of what Nacho's talking about firsthand there on Twitch, and yeah, I mean, it's frustrating. You know, I mean, I've had, I don't even know if I can, this is where I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it. I'll just say this, chat. If you've been to GCX, you know that we run an inclusive event. We run an inclusive event. Everyone is welcome. We work very hard to do that. We've had meetings with some former Twitch folks where the meeting was literally stopped in the middle of the meeting, stopped, because we were in the process of doing the standard information distribution of like attendee demographics, and we reported them as they are usually reported in the industry of events, and we said we have this many male attendees and this many female attendees. The former Twitch person literally stopped the meeting and was like, "No, you don't mean that. That's disrespectful. It's men and women." And that was weird. That was a weird experience. How did you not lose your shit? I'm a goddamn professional. So is everyone else that works at Rare Drop. And they were allowed to do that? They were absolutely allowed to do that. What happened to this room? I don't know. Y'all need dedicated non-professional voices. I don't know, man. Arc Raiders trailer was fire. Oh, I can't wait to pick it up, man. Did you see that the CS market lost $2 billion from its users in a week? Yeah, I loved it. Personally, I loved it. I loved watching all of the people who spent all of 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, and 2025 shitting on digital collectibles, NFTs, and crypto, all while constantly capitalizing on the exact same thing because it was in CSGO, lose all their fucking money. It felt really good. I only really want one thing out of people, and that's consistency, you know? Be consistent. See you later, little bit. I had no idea in Earth's prehistory it collided with a protoplanet called Theia. Did you? And is that where the aliens come from, dude? I mean, Kubitstein, to give my perspective, I will say this. From having been on this platform for as long as I have, they absolutely do cater to certain types of voices on this platform when it comes to the spectrum of politics. They absolutely have, and they absolutely continue to do so because they believe it is good for business. And they do play favorites. They have played favorites here forever. All right. Well, it looks like the discussion has gotten to the point where we have the exact same point being made, but but just with different fonts. So, you know, I don't think that there's a necessity to argue any further about whether or not we should be using Impact or Times New Roman. Okay. If we're all saying the same thing and we all agree, then there's no reason to argue about semantics anymore. That just, you know, you could, there are multiple paths to the truth. Oh, I know we're just talking and we're conversating. I get it. I'm just doing my job as the moderator of the channel. You know what I mean? I never know. It's just a temperature check. Just a temperature check. What about Sans Serif and Wingdings? Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, but I mean, my stance on it hasn't really changed since I got the you know, I think Devin Nash had some very good perspective from the ad seller point of view for Twitch. Like, the bottom line is Twitch does not have the appropriate methodologies in place to moderate extreme content. And it has lacked follow through when it comes to outcry from the community about, hey, these are your rules. Let's apply the rules fairly and evenly. And they have consistently not done that. And that has caused a tremendous amount of harm to the platform, to the broadcasters, and to the confidence in the platform. Again, like, I bring a lot of these conversations that we're seeing right now, like, you can put them under the lens. Many of these things that are happening are things that similar things happened under Emmett, the old CEO, and they were handled completely differently. And nobody was calling for Emmett to step down. Casually cleaning the new Pacific Arcology. It's true. And you know, Emmett had his problems, but people looked at Emmett during hard times on Twitch and they said, what are you going to do? Because they believed that Emmett could drive effective change internally at Twitch. Twitch feels like a rudderless ship. I know they have a CEO, but it feels like a rudderless ship. We're getting products and services delivered that nobody asked for. We are intentionally being boxed into certain types of content. The CEO coming out and directly saying, like, IRL content's the future, fucking get on board or get over it. Emmett would never actively disparage a huge section of his own content creators on his platform. He wouldn't come out and be like, look, if you're not doing collabs constantly and you're not doing IRL gaming, I guess you're IRL. I guess you're just not going to make it on Twitch. Shrug. Dan said that. Like, with his whole chest. It'd be a wild move to remove IRL streaming. I think that Twitch was a successful platform before that medium arrived. And I think that Twitch could break up the two into multiple websites. And they could even technologically optimize each website to better serve the broadcaster. And I'm not saying this because I think there's some sort of utopia, and if everyone was streaming video games again, we wouldn't have any problems. There were plenty of fucking problems when it was a video game only broadcasting site, okay? Plenty of fucking problems. But what I will say is that it would allow broadcasters the confidence to, or it would allow advertisers the confidence to come back and spend on Twitch again because they know what their audience is going, they know where their ads are going to be placed and what audiences are going to be seeing them. And they know their ads aren't going to be running next to extremist content or content that doesn't align with their values, their corporate values, whatever their values might be. Twitch is going to be kind of doomed by this new app law as well. 18 plus content end up being 18 plus content by default. So in order to make money pushing ads, they have to get adults to buy more stuff. Yeah, I saw that. I saw some of those, the new laws that were, or well, not new laws, court cases that got settled over the weekend, or can't remember, but basically it's looking like, you know, it's looking like we might get to a place where if you provide content that's intended for anyone over the age of 18, oh yeah, fuck those goddamn OnlyFans motherfuckers, ha ha ha. All right, ignorant cunt wagon, listen up, listen up. M-rated games are 18 plus content. Yeah. You want to show your ID so that you can watch an M-rated game stream? No, I bet you don't. There's very wide-reaching implications on those decisions. But if that shit goes through, you're about to see two things, most likely. One, you're going to see so many broadcasters with this fucking video again. I don't know if you remember this era of Twitch. Hey, guys, I realize that with my platform, there comes a lot of responsibility. And, you know, I know that I've said fuck, shit, bitch, diarrhea, hellhole, ass fuck, titty balls for years, and that's been the cornerstone of my content. But I really feel a calling. I really feel a calling in my heart to look after my younger fans. And so from now on, I won't be swearing. I'll be a family-friendly streamer because that's what's on my heart. And then they'll just change it 2 years later. Get ready. Even my old Professor Broman should have, even old Professor Broman might have to hop on that train. That era of Twitch and people not just coming out and saying, I'm trying to make my fucking bag right now. I'm trying to make my goddamn bag, okay? And the bag is for family-friendly content. So I can't stream Fortnite if you're going to swear because I want to grow on YouTube. Okay, that is honesty. I can accept that. But, you know, suddenly having some sort of moral conscience about language that you've never had before, that conveniently aligns with a dramatic change in how monetization works. Nah. My room is big. This is our basement. So yeah, I got the whole basement down here to myself. Time to start saying unalive. Should have gone to Mixer. Don't remind me.
Wheel Knuckles gifted a tier 1 sub to Fuck the Kids. They have given 57 gift subs in.
Wow, you got Brian to say fuck them kids, dude. That's insane. Generational. What? Dude, Brian is so careful. He's the most cautious text-to-speech guy we got. Even Brian's had it. Yeah. Just need a quick word with the bank. Dude, I don't know. Great silence. This game is multiplayer. Why do we put so much responsibility on the websites to monitor the children and not the parents to monitor their children? Oh, man. Because the parents don't want to do it. Parents don't want to do it. Yeah, they don't want to bother with the babysitter. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I think it's symptomatic. I mean, you know me, I'm a systems person, right? I think that currently being an adult in America trying to raise a kid has got to be a fucking living nightmare. You know? You're sending your kid off to school every day, not knowing whether or not you're going to get a phone call about your kid's school getting shot up. And then you got to go work your 2 jobs just to put food on the table. Try and find some time for yourself if you even can. And then make sure everybody's food. They got food. They got clothes. They're seeing the doctor. They're doing the extracurriculars, all this other shit. Like if you are a person and if you are a parent and you are even remotely showing up for your kid right now, you're an all-star. If you're doing the best you can for them every day, I promise you, you're doing it right. Is there any other choice? Yeah, the fact that you say things like that, if you're hearing what I'm saying and you're like, duh, of course, I would never not show up for my kid. You are discounting the hard and incredible work that you're doing as a parent. Because there are plenty of people who don't give a fuck about their kids. Okay? Plenty. That's why I always try and give y'all props. And any of my friends with kids, I try to give them props. Like, it's challenging. It's not easy. But if you're showing up for those kids, yeah, you're tired all the time, but it's worth it. But you're making the choice. That's what I'm trying to say. I will make you all take this goddamn compliment. I will make sure that you leave here understanding that if you're showing up for your fucking kids and you are trying your goddamn hardest for them, you are doing more than a lot of people. I used to work at psych. I've seen how people treat their kids. I worked in pediatric psych. That place still, I have memories of that place, and it shatters my heart to pieces. Okay? So you fucking appreciate yourself, goddammit. All right? There are plenty of people who aren't showing up. My dad popped pills and banged his secretary instead of being there. Yeah. See? It happens, chat. My dad was so scared of an invisible entity that lives in the sky that he spent more time with it than he did with me. And that's just how it goes. It's just how it goes. You know? The only way I could have a relationship with my dad growing up was if I completely agreed with him theologically about everything. Which was, really healthy to learn as a kid. That if I wanted to receive care and affection as a child, I had to be compliant. Not a great lesson to learn. Not the lesson you want. Not a great lesson to learn. Oh, I mean, well, that's where the compassion comes in, right? Jedi Chappie, because I'm also aware that, he was in a cult and he didn't know he was in a cult and he thought he was doing the right thing. He thought he was doing the morally upstanding thing. And that's a complicated one. You know what I mean? So what's the Buddhist saying? If you think you've reached enlightenment, spend a weekend with your parents. Ooh, pretty. Also, I saw somebody say that they would have killed to have a parent like me. That means a lot. Thank you. It means a lot. I've not received. Being a parent is not. Do I remember how cool the rings around Saturn were for taking King? Oh yeah. Back when that game just felt like endless and limitless exploration in a world filled with secrets. It's not old Bungie anymore. I'm taking a doomer pill here for a little bit. I don't think it's a doomer pill at all, man. Like I think Bungie is going to probably go from being a entity, you know, like a standalone entity, to just another subsidiary of Sony. Legitimately, the era, unfortunately, and this isn't me making any commentary about the people who work there, but it's very obvious that Bungie got mismanaged into a corner, and all of the employees are the ones paying for it. And we saw some people take the legacy of Bungie as a studio and use it as their opportunity to cash out and make themselves rich. You know? No good. No good, in my opinion. Wasn't Bungie independent? They were independent for a little bit. Now that would be a wild one that I just thought of. What happens if the Saudis buy Twitch, chat? Hey, what's up, Kaya? mass exodus. Not that there's any news about that. I was just, you know, since they are snapping up gaming as much as they can get their, you know, they have a big appetite for that. I don't know if you've cleaned it yet, but we've taken a slice out of the earth so you can see a cross section of all the geological layers. Oh, that's exciting. If you look in there deep, there are these red blobs. Can you see them? They're parts of Theia. Oh. But I mean, like, they've already got the Esports World Cup and everything else. So I guess the ultimate question is, do they have their is there Saudi investment in any of the streaming platforms yet? Has there been Saudi investment in Kick? I don't know. I think, well, I don't know. Are they invested in Stake? I don't know. Yeah, I didn't think so. Kick is Eddie, Trainwreck, and a few other people. Now we know they could buy the comedy scene as well. That whole situation was so weird. Didn't Bill Burr go do that show as well? Which I found to be a little surprising considering his leanings. Oh, let me make sure. Hang on a second, chat. I can't remember if my meeting is now or 3:30. Verify it's me again. I fucking hate this part of my job. Just keep me logged in. Bro, Okay, my meeting is now. All right, chat. So I am going to hop off for a little bit, head to this meeting, and then I'll be back in about an hour, hour and a half. And we're going to be playing some Battlefield to warm up for tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in for Subsurgent. Thank you for tuning in for, I keep wanting to call it Surgeon Simulator. PowerWash Simulator. Again, we'll be back really soon. I want to get some more hours in today because I didn't get to spend enough time with you all. Great conversations this morning. Really good times. Dude's over here looking like the hot wing guy. It is. It is. That's me. Sean Evans. All right, chat. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you in a little while. Bye.